See. All right, you guys, welcome to our bi-weekly team call. I am so excited to do this. And I hope you guys all had truly an amazing Thanksgiving. So I want to kind of share like right off the bat, I think sometimes coming after a holiday, you're like, oh my God, how do I get my momentum back? How do I make this happen? And so I want to share with you guys before we dive into the actual team call. One of the things that a lot of coaches do is they stop being challengers. They stop checking in. They stop doing their sweaty selfies. They stop saying if they're struggling. They stop sharing their recipes. They stop sharing their goals after a holiday because they're tired and they got all these things to do. So I encourage all of you guys, if you feel that struggle, to just literally sit there and be like, all right, I'm going back to basics and I'm going to be the best challenger in the world. Anytime I struggle as a coach, I'm like, my very first question is, am I being a good challenger? And am I doing my personal development? Okay. But I want to dive into this team call. So I want to raise a hand. How many of you guys listened or watched the National Wake Up Call today? Raise your hands if you did. And if you didn't, don't worry. I have some coaches that listen to it on Tuesdays. Right, Amy, you did? Okay, awesome. So one of the things that they shared today that I loved was the spousal support and being a body coach. Hey, Miss Nikki, good to see you, girlfriend. And I want to share something tonight that they did not actually share on the Team Beachbody Wake Up Call each Monday that were provided is, what about if your spouse isn't supportive? What things could you change in your business for your husband to be supportive? So can I ask you guys to have a visual real quick? Erica says, I have a crazy work day today. Definitely going to listen. Awesome. Can I do like a real quick Q&A? Raise a hand. And I know not all of us are married and that's totally okay. Maybe, I don't know, maybe boyfriend or whatever, or maybe not. Raise a hand. Is your spouse supportive in this? And there's no judgment, guys. I've been on both sides of it, okay? I want you guys to raise your hands if your spouse is not supportive. Raise your hands. I've been there. You guys always see me talk about how supportive my husband is. I'm going to share a different side tonight and actually share with you guys how I was at fault, okay? So I am going to ask my husband to come in here. Hey, baby. Trevor, we're ready for you. I have actually, he's so cute. He's like, what am I going to say? And I'm like, don't worry, I'll kind of talk and then he'll like chime in. But it's funny, he'll hear a lot of my team calls or hear some of the things you guys say. And he's always like, you should have said this, or what about this and stuff. So it's really, I want to kind of see his side and how I haven't schooled him on what to say. He is literally going to just answer what I say. But I'm going to give 4 different things that we're going to bring up. So today on the National Wake Up Call, you're going to need a chair, baby. Back up. Just back up. You want me to sit on your lap? Okay, I'm going to sit on his lap. Okay. Well, he's going to be my chair. I'm in my PJ. We're both in our PJs. If you guys are jumping on late, we just decided just not to get dressed for the call. So that's part of the advantages of working from home. So I wrote a list of some things on the National Wake Up Call today. It's okay, I've already had my wine. They literally, they were like this great team together and they talked about how they worked the business together. And I just sat there and I was like, that's really cool, but that's not always related. I couldn't relate to it. My husband is super supportive now and he's truly amazing, but it hasn't always been that way. So I want to talk about different scenarios and what I've changed and also get his feedback. And then we're going to dive into Transform 20 as well. But I want to share this first. Okay. So I'm going to share with you guys first what I did wrong in my business, and I'm going to ask him what his thoughts were when I did this. So here is the one thing that I now know in being a Beachbody coach that I made a huge mistake on is that
hold on. My thoughts on like what I was thinking.
No, I'm going to direct you. I'm going to direct you, and then I'll kiss you like in between it, okay? No, just kidding. So, okay, it says, what did I do wrong when I became a coach? So here is the number one thing, you guys, that I did wrong when I became a Beachbody coach. I would get on my computer, I would get on my cell phone, and I would work, and he had no clue what I was doing. I would literally check on my groups, I would do the scrolls, I'd be sending messages, and he'd be like, what are you doing on Facebook and Instagram? And I literally just went into being a coach, you guys. I went into the 4 vital behaviors, and I really sucked really bad at them. But the one thing that I didn't do is I didn't discuss any of my business with him at all. I didn't. He knew I was a coach. He knew that I was doing a workout. I was drinking a shake, and there was like some stupid book that I was reading. He wasn't really sure. He was like, why are you always reading something, right? Like, he was like, what are you doing? So I want to ask your thoughts. So when I first started and you saw my thoughts, or you saw me as a coach, and I'm diving in, and I remember in Texas, I would have my laptop, and you'd be watching probably In the Eyes of a Ranger, an Unsuspected Ranger. Do you guys know that show? What show was that?
They don't.
They probably don't know that show.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
He freaking loved that show. Oh my God. And I'd be like, So I would just go and get my laptop. I would just go and get my laptop, and I would sit and I would work next to him. But he had no clue what I was doing. So
it was probably football.
Okay, so share your thoughts when I first became a coach behind I just shared.
I didn't understand it because I want to know, okay, how are you going to get paid? So if this is a job and what are you doing, what are you going to do to make money, and how do you make money? And so she's like, well, we got these downlines and this and that. She kind of like beat around the bush. I'm like, okay, how do you get paid? And she was very good at like wanting to lead, wanting to help other people. I'm like, that's great. How do you get paid? And that was my number one question that I had. And it took her a little while to be able to explain to that on how she's going to get paid. Once I kind of understood it, she sat me down and it made a little more sense. But she was just so gung-ho on wanting to help other people and grow a business. The getting paid part wasn't important to her. It was the interacting and wanting to help somebody else.
Yeah.
To me, it was like, okay, that's great and all. We got bills to pay. How are you going to get paid?
Well, and the one thing that I didn't know is I didn't know how to explain, hey, and the one thing I didn't share with my husband, you guys, one of the biggest mistakes is all of you guys have to sit your spouses down. And I actually did this really late to the game. As I said, give me 1 year to figure this out. Give me 1 year to dive in and literally give it my all. So it's not just diving in and being like, let's see what happens. Diving in and actually learning the process.
All right, my turn.
Okay.
Show of hands. Can y'all hear me? Show of hands. How many of your spouses?
I already asked that question.
That's my turn.
Okay. Okay.
How many of your spouses aren't on board or don't understand what you do? One. That's it.
One. Oh, how many spouses don't understand what you do and they're not really on board and they're totally confused?
There's 2. How many?
Karen's all.
How many spouses?
Amy.
How many spouses don't understand social media and why you're posting what you post on social media? There you go.
Right.
That was me.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yes.
And it took a while to really understand it. And probably the best thing you can do.
Go. Well, let me share this next part.
Hold on.
Well, I was going to share this next part so that okay, you say that. I know, because I get paid to talk. Okay, go.
So probably the best thing you can do is like even let him see if he has social media. I never had it, but even get him on like Instagram or get him on Facebook, and then actually get other coaches that do the same thing that you may follow, that you may like, so he'll understand and accept it a little bit more. It took me to see other people to really kind of understand what it is you guys do.
Yeah. So he actually started following other coaches, and he'll look and see what a lot of you guys do. He'll look and see what other coaches do, and he's like,
it makes more sense.
Oh, my wife isn't the only one doing this. And he kind of went, oh, so we got to kind of see that. So one of the things that I made the biggest mistake, you guys, in doing, and now he is such a large part of this to the point he'll even be out of town, and I text him your guys' before and after pictures, is he saw that I started getting paid, but he didn't get to see the lives I was changing and what it looked like. So what I started doing is I started sharing the transformation photos with him. Hey, babe, what do you think? In fact, I actually ask him sometimes, because I fall in love with you guys. I'll be like, oh my God, like Donna, I showed him your transformation picture, and I was like, all right, babe, like, look, okay, and I forget how old you are, Donna, but like, I think you're 52, right? 56? 57. Okay, 57. And I was like, oh my God, she's 57. Check out her transformation photo. And he goes, damn. And he was like so excited. She's right here.
I know.
Yeah. She was so excited. And sometimes he'll look at me and be like, yeah, it's okay, babe. Like, it's okay. You've got some more work to do. And other times it's like, yeah. And so I actually started sharing what was happening in the challenge groups with my coaches, and sharing how my coaches were doing and how my challengers' lives were getting changed.
Where's Megan?
Right here.
Hi, Megan.
She's the one with the puppies. We want her Mastiff.
Oh, was that the Mastiff?
Yeah, we want her Mastiff.
God,
yeah.
Mastiff.
So and he knows about all of you guys. It's actually funny.
So I get the social media and you're always on it. We still go through that. What you need to do though is you need to have a schedule, set times. Yeah. Like any other job, anything you do, you're only on it for a certain amount of time, no matter what you want to do. Yeah. There's still your time. I don't know how many of you guys like actually come like when we're on vacation, we're doing whatever. She says, I'm out. My husband won't let me. It's not that I won't let her, but it's just like, it's our time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, because
I don't return messages ever on
this
vacation.
job is like being on call 24/7.
Yeah.
So, and it's so easy for us all to just get on.
And you love it.
Scroll. I mean, we all get caught up in the scroll, right? Just don't get caught up in the scroll. But just make sure you make it your time and you have set hours.
Yeah.
And whatever that works for you and him is between you and him.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to him about that.
What hours?
Make him a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, whatever works best for him. Like, to be honest with you, right now is a great time for her to be on this because I'm watching Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota, the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah. So he's like,
I'm here going, what the hell am I doing in here? Because there's football going on.
Right. But we actually have made a schedule for each other. So if you guys see me on social media a lot at night, he's traveling.
She works a lot while I'm gone.
Yes. When he is gone, you guys, I pull some serious stupid hours so that way when he comes back, I can be like, all right, let's go fun. Right. And so, but we actually have a rule. And of course there's times I have deadlines and certain things. So it's not like cut in stone.
It's not perfect. It's 80/20.
No, it's not.
It's the 80/20.
It is 80/20. But like, as soon as I get off this call, I'm done. I will not, like I might do a story or two, but I'm not returning messages. People can wait till tomorrow. And so I do not return a lot of messages in the evening. Now there are times with crunches that I do. So you guys have got to pick when it works for you. And then there's times him and I have even talked about in the past where I'll be like, hey babe, give me 10 minutes. I've got to do this post really quick. I've got 10 messages. And he's like, hey girl, sit down. Like you're so cool about this now. Because he understands that I have to sit there and I have to kind of think about, how that's going to work and what it's going to do. And he'll respect and say, okay, 10 minutes, let mom do her thing, and then we'll leave, right? So we do have these conversations about that, and we've talked about what works. But talk to your husbands, talk to your spouses, like everybody, and see what works for you guys. I work a half a day on Fridays, and I take all day Saturday off. And I don't even come back on Sunday till after church. So technically, I take 2 full days off of this business. Now, does that mean that there's times where it may not always be that? Absolutely. Absolutely. There'll be times where I might pull more, but then there'll be times I pull less. So I want you guys to really have that correlation and that bond where you can share that. But I wanted to share some of these common misconceptions of how I made mistakes as a brand new coach versus now. One of the other things I wanted to bring up before we let him go watch football and then we talk about Transform 20 and our goals for December is, let's see, I wanted him to answer this. I'm not going to say a darn thing, but I think it's important that you guys hear from him. He has been with me doing this for 6 years. He's watched me from a brand new coach to being able to build a 6-figure business and literally be able to do it for moving multiple states. So one of the questions I have for him to answer is, let's see, I wrote really crappy here. It says, what do you see in me versus other coaches that have failed? And what advice could you give the coaches and the team of what that might be?
Determination. She doesn't make excuses. It's not easy. She gets out, she does it. It's not about, we can all make excuses in life. There's no doubt. Just figure out what your goal is.
Talk louder. You whisper kind of.
Figure out what your goal is. Don't make excuses. Go hit it and do it. I mean, she does not make excuses. Things aren't going the way she wants it to go. She works harder to do it. Mm-hmm. Her work ethic is, I admire that. I don't have her work ethic. I'll be dead honest. I don't get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. My ass sleeps till 6:30 at least, but it's what she does. So she's really good at it. But I mean, it's work ethic is everything. One other thing I want to say is to get your spouses involved with what you're doing without doing what you're doing, maybe ask them. I mean, figure what's their strong point. What she brought to me was, here's how we get paid. Will you figure out what person's go where? She got me involved that way. I saw it on paper. It hit the guide note where I actually have to see it. Just do that. Get them involved in a certain way. they'll be proud of you for who you are. Keep working, show initiative, stick on something. They will respect it.
And it's not something to where I think it's important for new coaches to understand this. This is not something to where you make a lot of money at first.
You don't.
I mean, my first check was $0. My second check was $30. My fourth check was $0. My next check was $80.
Let's figure this out. So, I mean, whether you're in your own job today, your husband's job or whatever, how much money did you make the first year doing it, or he was doing it, versus what he makes now? I mean, it takes time. Everybody starts at the bottom, and you have to work your way up. I mean, it's common sense. You don't start as vice president or president from the very beginning. You start as a worker to figure out the system to work your way up through management, everything else. It's like anything else. It does take time.
But the crazy thing is I'm going to be sharing this week in our coach group, so make sure you guys go in and chime in. I'm going to be sharing Danielle, my uplines coach, her check for 1 week, so you guys can see what she gets paid doing this for 9 years.
It's crazy.
I think it's 9. I think she's close to 10 years.
What, though? That's not. I mean, that's a goal for me to shoot towards, but that's not the norm.
It's not the norm. But can you imagine making over $40,000 a week doing this?
40 grand a week.
40 grand a week. Okay. And I am 6 years in, and
then your bonus is like every 3 months, or like another 40 or 50 grand just for a bonus.
And I've had to rebuild my team this last year and a half. And I mean, not that this is all about money, but I literally made at one point over $5 grand per week. And now I'm averaging anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 per week.
It goes up and down.
Doing what I'm doing.
It's like breakdancing.
Yeah. So you guys, the potential, you can make $10,000 to $12,000 a month, 15, doing this if you're consistent. But you have to be able to be consistent no matter what. And that is what makes the difference between somebody that fails and somebody that doesn't, right?
I got football to watch.
Okay.
Any questions from y'all?
You guys have any questions for my husband?
Heather, I know you have some.
Heather.
Karen, I know you have something.
I was going to say, I don't see.
Karen, I know you have something.
Let me unmute her real quick.
Oh, there's Kendra.
Yeah, there's Kendra.
Yeah. Hold on, Kendra.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Karen.
I was just going to say, I don't really have any questions, but I do know that there's a couple months ago that I actually sat John down, and I told him when I was almost to diamond, which I'm like right there, but anyway, long story. I said, this is what's going to happen. So I've had this goal, and, I explained to him what diamond was, and he looked at me, he's like, wow, really? He had no idea. He knew I hit emerald because I told him I wanted to get my products paid for. That, like Rhonda, that was my only goal. I wanted to get my products paid for initially. And so I was like, I just need to do that. And then it kind of progressed into, I want to build a business because, it was one of those things like, we have a kid in college, so every little bit helps. So now that it's kind of moving on its way to diamond, I love what I do. This is just part of who Karen is made up to be. It's not, I didn't come from a different background. I've always been an athlete. I've always loved fitness. I've always loved working out and helping people do that. And so as a trainer, it kind of is like a second nature to me. Even if it's not that, you don't have that background as a trainer, it's okay. But I sat him down and I told him, this is what I want to do. And he's, a little bit more supportive now. He still is like, okay, when is this going to be over? Because, the deadline kept saying, I got you, Rhonda. First it was a different deadline, and then, but we're working towards a goal. So I'm really working a lot right now, and he understands that in a couple of weeks it's going to be over, and I'm going to be able to kind of unplug. But the hard part for me is that I work the Tuesdays and Thursdays, and so on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I feel like I have to make up a little bit more because, like you say, people can wait till tomorrow. But my tomorrow for this business won't start till 4 p.m. when I get off of my, my gym job. So I do have a little bit of hours that kind of go up and down a little bit more than maybe Rhonda because she's more consistent throughout the day. Whereas, I'll make a post or something, but I really won't be able to answer people until I get off work. So you do have to have balance.
But does your husband understand the financial aspect of what's important to him? What's his love language?
Physical touch and words of affirmation. And so he does understand the money part, because this isn't my first rodeo, right? We talked about that before when we were in Indy, right? So he understands the money part, and he's the numbers guy. So I bring him all the numbers, and I just do my due. Like I'm not a numbers person, so I just kind of go at it. I put my head down and I go at it. He's the money man. He's the numbers person. So if he understands that background and how it's supposed to work, then he'll eventually get it. You know, he just doesn't want me doing this 24/7 and we're, you know, with our phones and our laptops, and
100%.
it has to be balanced.
100%. You need to make sure you balance it.
Yeah, I know. That's my job.
24/7 too, just so you know.
Yeah.
It's got to be balanced.
I literally, so when I wake up at 5, I start working till 5, I go till about 10, and then I unplug and I go grocery shopping and I do things, and I'm on phone calls, or I'm like, him and I will do lunch together, I'll go to the kids' school, and then I get back on a little bit in the late afternoon. And so that's how it works best for my schedule. One of my diamond coaches, Chandra, she actually was a masseuse, a massage therapist during the day, so she had to work her business in the evening. And so you guys are all going to be, you need to not look at me. This is something I've built. When I started this, I had 3 jobs. And I literally, one started at 7:30 in the morning. I woke up before the kids went to school. I worked for a half hour, went and taught a crap load of classes, went and got the kids, then went to my next job. And when I was at my last job at 5 p.m., I would then on my lunch break in the back room of Sephora, I literally would post then. So I just did it. I didn't look at, is this interfering with my family? I did it when it worked for me. I respected my family. I respected those things. But when I'm in the school lineup or I'm on my lunch break between jobs or whatever, that's when I did the business. You have to look at your life, these hidden spaces, and you make that work because you know that you want to do this no matter what. I saw the larger picture of financial freedom and be able to do that for my team, and that I'm going to make $1 million doing what I love. And the fact that I can move multiple states and do it.
Hope to God you do.
It is absolutely, without question, I will do that, without question. But it's one of those things, you guys, it doesn't happen overnight, and it's hard work, and it's not easy. But it's a choice, and it's a decision, and it's a long-term choice. So, you know,
Can I share something else? I heard it. I did post this, but I don't know if everyone saw it. Last week, Carl said he really felt that it was like right around 3 to 4 years were when people that were Beachbody coaches actually really started to see a difference. And I'm in year 3 and I'm starting to see it now. You know what I mean? So don't get this.
2 for me, but I'll be honest with you guys. When I lived in Minnesota and it was -70, I had nothing else to do.
Right.
So I lived there. I built that business. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I didn't go to bed till 10 p.m. And that's actually was super huge. It was a little crazy the hours I pulled, but I went from $11,000 a year to $80,000 a year, just working my tail off.
Yeah, and it doesn't like always have to be the 3 years, but I'm just saying for certain people, if they get discouraged quickly, I'm like in it for the long haul, but those that get discouraged quickly, don't give up, because it really will, it will change, and it slowly but surely. It's kind of like the hare and the tortoise, or what is that story? The slow wins the race. Just keep going. Keep going.
And with that said, we're going to Kendra, because I got Kendra. Go to Kendra.
He is so cute. He's like looking at your son the whole time.
I'm looking at your son the whole time. Can we go to that? Or
oh my God.
Muted? Are you muted?
Let me
I can't hear you. Hold on.
I got you unmuted.
I haven't seen him today. He just got home from practice. So I love him. I had to hear everything.
So here's the deal. So just talking about the tortoise and the hare with him, right? So he's a freshman in high school, from what I understand, correctly?
Yeah, he's a freshman.
He's playing varsity football.
Yes, he is, and killing it.
And he's killing it. But just go back to the tortoise and the hare. But a freshman kid playing varsity football is not ready for college or the NFL.
True.
So
no.
It's going to take a couple of years of building the body, building the mind, learn the game in order to get to the college and the pro level, just like running a business. It takes time. It does take time.
That's actually funny that you say that, because I have been completely using that analogy this year in this business, and I'm training. I keep telling myself I'm training this year. Next year it's going to be, like the JB level, and I'm going to keep training, and then so I've totally been using that analogy. and they're so supportive. They're awesome. I mean, I'm on a meeting and he comes and sits next to me to make sure that I'm not skipping anything, and they're great.
Well, there's a couple things that we need to make sure we get clear tonight. He will sign with Oregon.
No days off.
Hang on, he has to hear this. You got to plug in.
You got to plug in.
Okay.
Can I say it now?
Trevor's got to talk to you.
You will sign with Oregon, not UW. You will be a Duck. And here's the deal, bro. If Oregon's in the Final Four, the playoffs, in 2 years, you'll be a junior. Promise you'll sign with Oregon, not Washington, when that comes around. You'll be there in 2 years.
They're like, what
If you guys don't know about football, because this kid right here, you guys are watching, he's your next big star. He's going to be signing at Oregon. He's going to go in the NFL. It's going to happen, right? If you go to Oregon, you go to the NFL. If you go to Washington, you're probably done.
This is my retirement plan right here. This is why I coach.
Anyways,
Right
good
here.
luck. I've been following you a little bit. I hope you really enjoy your high school days, your football days. Keep it up, my man.
Awesome.
Work hard. Work hard. You'll get there.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, baby.
All right.
I'm
I
out.
have something
Bye,
I want to say real
guys.
quick. Okay. So I have a post tomorrow I'm going to share here in the coach group that all of you guys need to see. I actually post it on my fitness page about once a year, and it talks about how people will just whine and complain about wanting to make millions of dollars, but yet they'll be in a career that they hate for 50 years. And it is the best post. And every time I post it, I get people go, oh my God, I never thought about it that way. And I'm like, and it says something like, we whine and complain about building a business and it takes 5-6 years to build, but yet we'll stay in the miserable, awful job that we hate or whatever for 50 years. Okay. So I'm going to share that post in there with you guys tomorrow. I want you guys to check it out. It really just puts things in perspective. This business, some people join for the discount, maybe to get their products paid for. That's awesome. If people want to build a 6-figure business and do this long term and do what I want to do literally from just anywhere, it takes hard work and it takes time. So I wanted you guys to kind of hear my husband's side of it, as he has not always been super supportive. I remember him sitting there and just being like, what are you doing on Facebook? Like, I don't even and he just got social media like a year ago. So I've been doing this for 6 years. So it was really confusing for a long time for him. I wanted to dive into Transform 20 and talk a lot about December and what we're going to do and what that's going to look like, and share a lot of really exciting things for you guys. So I wrote a ton of notes. So I'm going to kind of read my notes and share with you guys as we go. Is basically, I want to have a plan for the holidays. You guys, Transform 20 comes out December 4th. People cannot purchase it before that. They cannot before, but what I encourage you guys to do, what I've been doing, and I actually already have a list of people, is putting it out on social media and talking about it and sharing the transformation, sharing my own transformation. You guys can share that post that I shared for the team call, any of mine, you can share any of that stuff. I want you guys to be planting those seeds, because again, it's about consistency. But one of the things that I'm actually going to do, that it's actually been a while since I've done it, and I don't know why. I used to make a YouTube video that was 4 to 5 minutes long max, never more than 5 minutes, usually 3 to 4. I try really hard to do 3 to 4. It's 3 to 4 minutes, and it's for every month. So when people message me to want to know what it is that I offer and what is Transform 20 and whatever is going on, I can literally send them a personal YouTube video that tells them what it is that I provide when they get to work with me as my coach. You guys, this is the easiest thing in the world. And raise a hand, how many of you guys would much rather get a 3 to 4 minute video, seeing the person that you're reaching out to, telling you how excited they are to work one-on-one with you, and also tell you what you're going to get in the group? Any of you guys, would you rather see that than that damn writing that you're getting through a private message? Like, I don't know about you guys, but every time I do this, I literally go from Success Club like 23, 24 to 25 to higher, because I can get to so many more people because I made this little YouTube video that took 2 seconds. Don't try to get pretty. Don't do anything. Be in your workout clothes. Be on a high after your workout, maybe before, whatever. And I literally am going to do it tomorrow in my workout clothes. I literally am. I'm going to make the video. I'm going to share it with you guys, and I'm going to make it super simple. But let them know how excited I am to work one-on-one with them in this new test group that our team is going to provide. So every time a program comes out, that we actually call it a test group. We're going to be able to do it before anybody else gets it released in January. So anybody that does the early access will get early access to all of the actual details to Transform 20, okay? So from what I remember listening to, Shaun T doesn't actually start his coach exclusive test group until January, but if they sign to be a coach, you guys, they're locked into it. So here's the thing that just is seriously dumb stupid. We need to sign people as coaches because they can get VIP access to always be a coach, which means they're going to get a discount. They're going to get early access to Transform 20, and they're going to save $20 as well, right? Because you guys know all month it's $20 off, which is crazy awesome. So right there, all these things I'm going to share in the YouTube video. But also, you guys, they get to be a part of the exclusive test group with Shaun T. Kendra. Let me mute you. Did I get you? Oh, sorry. I think we're fighting each other. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't figured out how to type my question yet on this, so I apologize. But is it $20 off next month as well as this month, or just through November?
So we don't know yet. They usually do like, so what they'll do is all diamonds get what's called a Diamond Insider email. And when I receive that email, I always share it with you guys. And it's an email that gives us about a week before the new year of what's going to come on sale. Okay. So there will be something pretty amazing. And if I were to venture, I would think that it probably would be the same deal. But I'm not sure. And it could be something even better. I'm not 100%. But I would assume that there's probably going to be something with a 3-day refresh. And then there's also going to be something with the $20 off of something or another, right? So I would definitely say that. I will tell you guys this. Please listen to this so carefully. Do not freak out if your back office just explodes on December 4th, okay? Do not feel like you have to return all of your messages on December 4th, okay? In fact, it's okay. You will not see me post anything on social media about it on December 4th. I do kind of follow what Danielle does because it has become really annoying on December 4th when everybody's like, oh my God, today's the day, you need to buy from me. Oh my God, if I see one more Beachbody coach say on December 4th, today is the day you can buy from me, I'm gonna shoot you, right? So just be aware and sensitive on that day. And if you go to order your stuff and it the back office kind of goes crazy and it crashes and we sell out of things, don't freak out. You've got all month to get it, okay? I always like to share that with you guys because I remember as a brand new coach, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't get in. Oh my God, I didn't do my post yet. Oh my God, I've got 20 messages. What am I gonna do? And I realized I'm like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Don't be that coach, okay? I just like to share that because I remember being that coach and being like literally having anxiety that day. So just take a deep breath. We've got all month to do this. And I want to talk about how to make this happen. So first of all, I encourage every single one of you guys, create a YouTube account. If you don't know how to do it, go look and figure out how and make a 3 to 4, 5 minute, no more than 5-minute video that you can send to every single person that asks you about your December group. Okay, I will make mine tomorrow and I will share it in the group with you guys so you guys can see what I do. But I really encourage for your month of December to be smooth. What if you did that and you were able to just copy and send to every single person that asked you about the program, asked you about the challenge group, and yet you've got one video that provides all the information. I promise you guys it's going to be amazing. Erica says, so VIP test group will be starting in January. Yes, from what I hear, that's what I understand. So it could be set up ahead of time where we all get in, but it won't start till then, if that makes sense. So if people sign up to be a coach and they purchase anything from Transform 20, so I've got coaches. I've got 2 challengers right now that are waiting to sign up to be coaches to the 4th. Because they want to get the Transform 20 challenge pack with the shake so that way their coach fee is waived, they get $20 off, and they're guaranteed a spot to be in the Transform 20 coach exclusive test group with Shaun T. How does that work? Shaun T will provide the link for us, And what will happen is I will provide that link for our coach page. Anybody that sees it first, of course, feel free to step on my toes and do it for me. Like, honestly, I don't even, y'all see the link first before me, just share it. I like, it never hurts my feelings. But then we all of us that purchase Transform 20, you will ask to join the group. And it might take 48 to 72 hours to get accepted. So don't worry about that, okay? There's gonna be thousands of people trying to get in there and they have to wait for the approval. So once that group is created, that's how that works. And then you'll get to see Shaun T go in there. He'll do live videos. He'll teach you little things behind the scenes. I'm gonna share a lot of things with you guys, even this evening, about the program itself. I love, there's bonus programs with weights, which is really, really cool. I want to share a couple other things real quick. Let's see, advantages in ordering when it comes out is it gives you something to talk about on social media way before everyone else has it. You guys, this program will be freaking epic. Anything Shaun T touches or does, it is like the best program in the world. His motivation in itself and who he is, it will sell out. So I want every single one of you guys to purchase this on the 4th and start talking about it on social media. Start sharing some of those things. Start doing videos. I'm going to start sharing a lot more of those things this next couple weeks because you have this, all of a sudden, this exclusive that not everybody's going to get. And be that person that shares those things. And on social media, way before it even comes out, follow up now with your loved ones. So this is something I want to share. I want you guys to do this and make a list right now while you're on the call, or start making a list as soon as we get off, or however, whenever you work your business. On the National Wake Up Call, I love that they talked about with your challenge groups, your loved ones, social media, your customers. Follow up with them now, not about the program, not about Shaun T, not about any of that stuff. A recipe, something that you know is going to be helpful during the holidays, maybe a live video you did and you're like, oh my gosh, girlfriend, I thought of you when I did this and I know that this is going to be so great for your family. Your challengers, follow up, maybe there's a recipe or a dessert that they wanted, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I want to share this with you really quick. I knew you said you were struggling with this, or I was really struggling with this. I thought that this might be helpful. You guys, don't be that person on social media where every single time you message something, it's because you want them to buy something from you, right? Don't be that person, okay? So I wanted to share that with you guys. Erin was asking, do you how much is the accessory cost? So I don't have prices yet, but I know the step is $90, and then the program itself I think is $50 or $60. So initially, it's going to be basically, what is that, $120, $130, $140, same as normal stuff. So every time a challenge pack comes out, it's usually right around that price. So in order to get the accessories package, it's going to be right around that price. So we'll have more information on that cost in just a couple days, but it'll be right around that $140, and you'll get the step, you'll get the whole program. And then obviously if somebody signs up to be a coach as well, they'll get their coach fee waived and they can get the Shakeology as well. Let's see, Erica says, would it be a good idea to promote it as a New Year's resolution for New Year's you sort of thing? Isn't there some special deal where you get the step for free? Does anybody know the step for free? I don't know if I saw the step for free. Unmute your line if any of you guys know. Can't remember if I saw a step for free. I know it's going to sell out. And here's the thing I see a lot in the challenge groups is people are like, well, I already have a step. Cool. Awesome. You already have a step from like 1980. I get it. So many of us do, right? It's okay. So do something else, but definitely get the program so that way you can be in the coach exclusive test group for sure. So if anybody knows about if anybody finds out information on the step being for free, let me know. I have not heard that, Erica, but yeah. So here's the thing, you guys, start making a list now. Erica, what I'm doing right now is I'm having conversations with people today for New Year's. So here's what I'm going to do, and I want all of you guys to do the same thing. So December 17th, it's a little early, but we're going to be starting our next challenge group. Here is why. Do you know what the next Monday is? December 24th. I'm not setting a challenge group up on the 24th. So what we're going to do is December 17th, it's perfect. people have time to get their Transform 20, right? We can put them into the new challenge group and let's start getting organized before New Year's. Let's start sharing our fridges. Let's start sharing our grocery store. Let's start sharing our Bible studies. Let's start sharing our favorite thing that we're most excited about Transform 20. Let's start sharing some videos. Let's start sharing all these things. So when January 1st comes, we've got a crap load of people doing Transform 20. Why not get people excited now? I'm already locking in spots for it now. So I've got a list of people that are signed up to be coaches tomorrow that are still going to end up getting it as well because they are so excited they can't even wait. They want to join you guys today. So I would not wait to talk about it. I would talk about it now. And if you guys saw the National Wake Up Call, they actually talked about if you are not doing a Shaun T program, start one now. Start one now. Start doing a Shaun T program. Show the excitement of him. You guys, dude, he's insane. Like he is my person. I love Body Beast because his programs are smart and stuff, and my body changes super quickly, but he's a little strange himself, but I do love him. And then there's Shaun T. He is just like, he is my man. Like he is my soulmate. Like we get it. We're like this. We're like, you know. Anyway, so I want you guys to just dive in and yes, share. So here is my plan for December. New coach training starts December 3rd. So I'll have that group set up for all the brand new coaches to join, and we'll start learning and start going through that process again. Every single 30 days, I provide that, and we do for 14 days straight. And every single 30 days, we'll have it available to everybody if they ever want to redo it. And then starting on December 17th, we will start adding. So we actually will not start adding people to the challenge group until that Monday. We're not going to, there's no sense in doing it the Friday before like we normally do. So it's going to be that Monday. We'll start adding people in. I am going to go live a couple times right away. And I'm actually going to share. You guys ready for this? I'm going to ask every single challenger to not introduce themselves with writing, but introduce themselves with a video. Yes, I am. And what they're going to do is they're going to put that video in the comment area. And we are going to sit there and I'm going to just say 2 to 3 minutes, introduce yourself, share your goals, share how excited you are. Tell us how old you are. Do you have dogs and cats? What program are you going to be doing? I need you to make a video and you can have your kids in the background, whatever you're going to do. I'm going to ask people to get uncomfortable right away. Because I know if I can have them get comfortable right out of the gate, they're going to get the best results ever. And how much better than just saying, hi, my name is Julie. I live in Minnesota. So nice to meet you guys. I can't wait to lose 20 pounds. Let's do this. No connection. Let's start connecting. And I'm going to ask everybody right out of the gate to share who they are and how excited they are. I'm also going to have them share what their New Year's resolution is going to be in that video. Because I want us to get excited about not having the traditional New Year's resolution. I don't want anybody's New Year's resolution to be to lose weight because that's going to happen. That's just a given. I want their New Year's resolution to be about something else. And we're going to share about that. And I'm actually going to share mine. So I'll be doing it just with you guys as well. So I encourage you guys to use in your challenge groups, get them excited about the fact that they are going to be doing this. So how many of you guys, can I have a raise of hands? How many of you guys saw my post yesterday in the challenge groups for Transform 20? Did you guys see it? Everybody? Anybody not raising their hands? Let me see here. Nikki, you're not in mine, right? You may not be in mine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab that post for our whole team. And I'm going to post that post in our team page. You guys, this is such a game changer. So this post that I did for our team call tonight, I actually put all the writing and all the links to explain what Transform 20 is and how to get access to the VIP group, what it looks like, what they're going to get, and all the info. So I'm going to copy and paste that in our team page. Do me a favor. Of course, customize it, make it your own, but take it. Go share it in your challenge groups. I have over a dozen coaches that want to sign from just that post yesterday. Because you guys, it doesn't make sense that we have customers. It just doesn't. I don't get it. I'll never understand it. Being a coach for me is something that I only really do for other people because it's almost a disservice of somebody else that's joining. Why would they not want the discount? Why would they not want to see how amazing you are? Why would they not want to have the opportunity once they lose the 20 pounds to work a business if they wanted to? It just, for me, I want to gift what I do. And that may be a discount, that may be a working coach. I really don't care. But I'm going to offer the coaching opportunity to every single person that I speak to. Not to bring this back to money, but I want to share something. I asked Beachbody Corporate why I make more money than most 7-star diamonds. And one of the responses from my person that helped me, Brittany, is she goes, Rhonda, you have signed more coaches than the average person that's a 7-star diamond. And I get paid over $3,000 a week because I built such a very large downline. I have over 1,800 coaches underneath me. Not all of them work it, but I know the percentage. I know that 71% of discount coaches end up working the business, maybe at some point. One of my diamond coaches was a discount coaches for 2 years. Came to me, hit 1-star diamond in 3 months. Being a discount coach, I don't discredit a single soul. That's just rude. That's just saying you're not going to lose 20 pounds. I know you want to lose 20 pounds, but that's not going to happen. No, I'm going to offer that to every person. So when I post this letter in the challenge, in the coach group, I want you guys to offer this to all of your challengers. Don't do them a disservice and not offer them the same thing that you have. So like I said, feel free to change it, use it, it's yours. And the graphic as well. I actually purposely didn't put Race for Fitness on it because I want you guys to have it. I don't want to have my name on it, okay? So I want you to do that. Let's see. That is pretty much it. I want to talk a little bit about the program, have you guys kind of ask some questions as well. Let's see. Nikki said, I think if you get a Success Club point in November, you are guaranteed a step to purchase as they are expected to sell out. Okay, Nikki, thank you. I didn't know that. So there we go. There's that. And then Erica says, oh, so not free, just guaranteed one. Okay, because they will sell out, you guys. They will. Doesn't mean that they won't have more down the road. But do you guys remember a coach when 21 Day Fix came out? Shut the freaking front door. That was the craziest mess on the face of this earth. So 21 Day Fix is the #1 sold program and infomercial in the world. And it literally 3 months in sold out. You couldn't even get a package for like over a month. And it was a hot mess, but only because they had no idea that it was going to be to that level. We are dealing with Shaun T. He has not came out the program, you guys, since size, right? Like it's a it's like 4 years, right? So 3 years, it's going to be pretty big. So I want to share with you guys a little insight of how I lost 6 pounds. And I lost, I think it was like 9 inches, 2 inches off my waist. So a couple things I changed because it is only 20-minute workouts. I completely changed my meal plan. I did. I went from 5 proteins a day to 4. I kind of slightly just changed, and I was not deprived in any way, shape, or form. I never felt super hungry, but I'm working out 20 minutes a day, right? And so I was able to not have to food prep quite as much. So I went from 5 proteins to 4. I went from 3 veggies to 2.5. I just kind of cut everything a little bit. And then I only did 1 carb a day because the other carb was wine. I didn't drink wine every day, but I still only did 1 carb. I drank wine 5 days a week, maybe more. I don't know, 5 days a week. You guys probably think I'm an alcoholic. I had 1 glass of wine a day. It wasn't that bad. I'm actually a really bad lightweight. So, and then my fruits, I just lightly cut them. And if I ever needed more veggies or a protein, I would go. I followed the freaking shred plan. But here is something that you guys may not know, or maybe you've read about it or somebody's told you, is the program does follow the To Be mindset as well. So I went back to more veggies, more water, and I really focused on that. And I didn't have a lot of beef. I didn't have a lot of steak. I had a lot of shrimp. I had a lot of fish. I didn't eat a lot of processed food. It was 6 weeks. It was 6 weeks, and it was so worth it. And I literally, I went from 126 pounds to 118, like that. But it was food, you guys, and then 20-minute workouts. So they're going to change your body super quickly. You do not have to use the step for all of this stuff. Some of the moves I didn't use the step for because I was like, I'm going to kill myself. So some of the moves I just did not use the step, or I got better as I did it, okay? So I wanted to let you guys know I did slightly adjust some things. I still followed the shred plan, but I also followed the concept behind To Be Mindset with the more veggies, more water, and I upped those things. I really, really did. And I saw, and it was funny, it brought my mindset back to basics. I'm like, duh, this is what I was doing when I lost the 15 pounds after the shred program. And I've now stepped away from that. It made me realize some of these things I was sabotaging myself. Let's see, it's always all about food. It really is, you guys. So when you go into a new program, you guys, I get messages every day. People go, well, what program did that? And I'm like, same program, different food. You know what I mean? So think of that mindset. And, you know, maybe, like I know we've got Erica where she's vegan, you know, still focus more on the veggies, focus on the right carbs, focus on less out of a box, focus more on the ground. And if you've got certain proteins like Erin that just work for you, stick with that, but nail the others. Don't overcomplicate one area because it seems complicated. Really focus on the right good fat, the right protein, the right veggies, all those things. And maybe like I would kind of go to situations and I'd be like, okay, so I went a little over on this today. Oh, well, right? But then the next day I'm going to be able to just jump right back on. So for me, I'll be honest, you guys, I was really diligent about it. It was I wasn't exhausted. I felt amazing, but I wasn't like after Body Beast where I wanted to kill somebody because I was hangry. I didn't have those feelings. So cutting my food a little bit wasn't hard because I wasn't lifting a crap load of weight like I would with Body Beast. And taking away one protein, honestly, I was won over anyways. Oh my God, seriously, thank you. Oh, look at my daughter just brought me. That is a good daughter. Oh my gosh, you were so sweet. But feel free, I want you guys to unmute your line, ask me any questions, maybe an area that you're struggling with, you know, hey Rhonda, what would you do here? I want to be able to answer some questions for you guys. We've got about 10 minutes left. Yes, Donna, go girlfriend. Go, Donna, go, go. Donna, go.
So I have a question. Is there a modifier on?
Yes. Oh my God. Absolutely. Yes, Donna, absolutely. And the modifier is amazing. Yes, yes, yes. So here is something on the National Wake Up Call they also talked about today, you guys. Anybody can do this program. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And their modifier is phenomenal. Literally, they'll take the step away. They'll take the movements a lot slower. They'll literally take it in different areas. And here's what I want you to do, Donna, here, because I was actually talking to Megan about you. There were some movements I know you were struggling with Shift Shot. And so I kind of told her what you should do. So if any of you guys ever have, I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys. I'm just gonna give an example. Max 30. You guys know that I can't do it because I don't have appropriate clothes on, but you know the move where he's doing he's doing the lunges and punching at the same time? Like he's doing the plyo lunges and he's punching. Oh, no. Sister's not doing that. I'm not doing that move. Like that literally takes my back out like that, and I got to go to a chiropractor, and you better rub my butt all day long. So what I would do instead of that movement is I would do a jumping jack, or I would literally sit there and just do lunges really fast, or I would find a different movement to do for that. Every single time I do Max 30, I do not do that move. And I actually talk about that on social media because I learned that move hurts my body. My back is so bad from riding horses for so many years that for some reason that twisting movement and doing a plyo at the same time, I'm out. So some of the movements, you guys, if there's something where your body doesn't feel right, don't do it. Switch it with something else, okay? Maybe you love burpees. No, said no one ever. But maybe you can do burpees instead of like whatever that's hurting you, okay? But whatever you do, switch it with a cardio move or a strength move. So if it's a cardio move, with Transform 20, it's all going to be a cardio move, okay? So what you would do is just pick a different one. I try not to overcomplicate the aspects of the programs. And if there's just something where I'm like, oh, no, sister's not doing that. There's the other one, the burpee and the punch. So you come down into a burpee and you punch with one arm. Yeah, I don't love that one either. Like I just find like for my back, like I have to be super, like when my back is bad, mommy is not happy and the whole world isn't happy. So I have to make sure that those movements just are there. So you guys, when you follow the modifier, just make sure if you still feel like it doesn't feel right, just change the move just for that one move. Okay. It's okay. It's not going to ruin the program. Yeah. So I hope that helps, Donna. I want you to feel so good about it, but it's important that you don't get injured and you don't feel bad. Stephanie says, I have a bad knee from high school soccer. Quarter force is like my love language. I love the activeness and energy and craziness, but after a week, I can barely walk because it hurts my knees so bad. It's a stance through the whole video, so I can't modify that. Yeah. So Stephanie, honestly, some programs just aren't going to be your jam, and that sucks, right? And it just does. The other thing I want you guys to think about is sometimes it may not be the program and it could be your shoes. So a lot of people, when I was in group fitness, I would look around and I would shake my head because you cannot wear certain shoes for insanity. You have to wear a shoe that can slip. So with Transform 20, you guys have to have a shoe that can slip, that also can fold, okay? So the sole cannot be like a running shoe. Do you know why? When you use a running shoe, it actually it's designed to plant itself on the ground and stay. So guess what happens? When you go to twist, your knee doesn't move. And so your knee just gets really, really like that. That's where injuries come in. So make sure, and in the challenge group, you guys, take a picture of your shoe, tag me. Make a video of your shoe. If it can move, if your shoe, I don't have a shoe in here, but your shoe should be able to literally, the sole should be able to fold slightly. And if it doesn't, it's the wrong shoe and it should not have a lot of grip to build this program, okay? I actually do max 30 with no shoes, okay? So I want you guys just to be aware of that too, because sometimes it can be your shoes. Amy says, Bonix has been the best workout shoes I have ever had. Amy, I love it. I love it. See, I love, I can't remember the name of it. It's the one that I wore them today, the white ones that literally fold into a ball. And they're the ones that Danielle has as well. I forget. What are they? Yo, you go get them for me real quick, baby. And I'll tell you guys the name. They're amazing. They're about $75. The best $75 you will ever spend. And they are designed only for this type of movement. I'll have her grab this shoe for you guys and share with you guys. It is the best investment ever. And you can wear them out in public. I mean, like to grocery shop and different things, but there's like, they literally, you can do the only thing you wouldn't want to do with them is you would not want to lift like Body Beast or do like, major weights with them because you do need a little bit more of a sole for that. But other than that, this shoe will be the best. Any of you guys else have any questions? Do you have to wear shoes? So Stephanie, for this program, I actually did do both. I wore shoes kind of testing it out, and then other times I didn't. I actually kind of prefer a sole like this one, and I'll show it to you guys really quick, just for the step in general, because I'm going from the carpet to the step, and so like the platforms are kind of changing. So I found I did need to have a little something. You could do barefoot. It's really, I think, personal preference, but I would be careful on having a shoe that has too much sole, because you're doing twists and you're doing different turns, and I don't want you to slip or like get your foot like caught. So, does that make sense, you guys? Am I making sense of that? Anybody else have any other questions on the program or anything?
So I actually have a question. What was I going to ask you? Oh my gosh. Sorry, you guys. The team thing. When you're signing up coaches, and I don't know, a lot of the Canadian coaches do this, and maybe we can have this conversation not on the team call, but I know a lot of the Canadian coaches, when they build their teams, they say if people aren't really interested to build their business, sign them as a customer instead of a discount coach. And I don't understand, because I'm not a numbers person, I don't know what.
I'm going to share this straight up. I call bullcrap to it, and here's why. I have a lot of coaches that were exactly like what you said, and they have actually worked the business. Now, let's use an example. Let's say it's your mama, and your mama's not going to work the business. Yeah. Okay, totally different scenario, okay? Like my mama is never going to work the business, and she's a total discount coach. But I'm still going to give her a sign as a coach because I want to give her the discount. I've had people come to me, they're like, Rhonda, I will never work the business, but I want the discount, or I just want to be in your groups all the time. Well, awesome. Let's sign you as a coach. Okay. So there's still, again, here's the thing that we don't know yet. They're going to lose 20 to 30 pounds. People are going to start asking them how they did that. This doesn't always happen, but it happens a lot. And then all of a sudden, they're going to message me, because this happens all the time. And they're like, Rhonda, my girlfriend that I work out with, she's been doing it with me. She wants to sign too and get this, but I really don't want to work the business, but can I do it? I'm like, yeah, let's sign her up under you. You get the credit, not me. And then maybe she helps a couple people. I just am so done with prejudging people. I've had coaches join my team where they tell me they're going to rock the business and then they don't do anything. And then I have other coaches that said that they literally signed for the discount and they're the best freaking coaches in the world. So I literally just don't even judge a single soul. I can't, because I really have seen so many different scenarios, if that makes sense. So
yeah, I totally agree with that for sure. But they do it a little bit differently in Canada. And so I just wondered the difference with that. There was one other thing I was going to talk about too. It'll come to me. I'll type it in the message. I don't want to keep everybody longer than there.
I'm gonna take a picture of you guys really quick. You guys ready? This is so hilarious. My daughter literally. This is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna share these shoes with you guys. So these are Vivo footwear.
Vivos, yeah.
So they literally are. I've had these for 3 years, and I don't need new ones. And they can go in the wash machine too. But do you guys see this? So there's an actual sole on it, okay? But it's designed to twist with your foot, and they come in tons of colors. But it's designed to move with whatever you do, but it protects your foot without having a huge sole. And I love it. So this is called Vivo. It's VIVO Barefoot. So VIVO Barefoot. And you can follow them on Instagram. They're really, really great. No, they're really, really great. You feel like you're wearing like really amazing socks, but with a lot more support, okay? There is not like a support system per se. Like if you guys want something for your arch, it's not really how it works. Yeah, it's like wearing a slipper, but it's designed to work out so that way your knees move with you instead of being placed. Best investment ever. I use these for those programs, or I will go barefoot. So it gives you options. And then I've got my tennis shoe. So my actual tennis shoe is not good for these programs. It really is only good for like the Lift 4 or the Body Beast type program. So you really almost have to have 2 different types of shoes. So hopefully that helps you guys. All right, you guys excited for Transform 20? I cannot wait. And I cannot wait to do this. And so I'm excited for the new challenge group, you guys. That's like 17 days away. So I want you to go out, start talking about it, get the early access, and then I'm gonna create the challenge group early so we all can share our videos and how excited we are with our New Year's resolutions and introduce ourselves with these videos and really show people that we're committed to going into this next 30 days and being the best we can do way before January, okay? All right, you guys. Yep.
Should we put the new challengers that we have in your test group as well as our own, or just do one of the other?
It's up to you. I just don't want them to be overwhelmed. So
right.
I would not put a challenger in 2 different challenge groups. So make sure that your challengers, if you guys are new coaches, obviously they go in the new challenge group. But Karen, what I might even do is make sure that you're in the new challenge group. And then you can just copy anything that I do instead of having your people in 2.
I've been doing that for the last few months.
I feel like a new challenger, you guys, if you put them in 2 challenge groups, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's just so many notifications and they're like, where do I check in? So have them just in one group. And then if any of you guys want to be in my new group, of course, just I can put you in there and you can kind of, copy and paste and share in your group. The maintenance group, I will share the same stuff as well. So yeah. But I'm excited. So, and I'm going to go live in both the challenge groups way before the 4th to kind of get people and answer some questions and kind of share with them as well in the maintenance group and in the new group. Okay, you guys. So I want to see you guys make YouTube videos And I will share mine tomorrow in the group with you guys. And let's all maybe change the way that we're reaching out to people and doing it more personal and giving them an aspect of what it is that we do with our voice and our face. Okay. All right, you guys, have an amazing night. I will see you guys later. Bye.